Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ruzi Helmiati and my two members partner is Aisha, Azhan and Iran Narida. Alright, so for this slide, we will discuss about the international perspective on audit quality. The company that incurred with the discussion is the Deloitte Korean Anjin and the same case with the dismay, right? So regarding audit control, it is a process to provide the firm with reasonable assurance that its personnel comply with applicable professional standards and the firm's standard of quality. Element of quality control is independent integrity, objectivity, personal management, acceptance and continuous of client and engagement performance, and monitoring. In this case, Deloitte Korea and Transmy Group have involved with two audit quality control. Also, the case we will discuss the quality issuance of ISQ1, ISA, MIA bylaw, and Company Act and its implications. So the summary about the company Deloitte Korea is they have two issues, which is the Deloitte Korea failed to design and implement appropriate quality control policy and procedure to provide with reasonable assurance that an engagement, personal performance, professional service with integrity. The firm is also failed to design and implement adequate policy and procedure to provide it with reasonable assurance that the work performed by engagement personnel meet applicable professional standard and regulation requirement. During the 2013 audit, the international firms Deloitte Korea personnel backdate their sign-off and numbers of electronic work paper to conceal the fact that they were continuing to perform audit procedure after the firm had issued its audit report. And then after the firms received a notification from PCAOB staff that the 2030 audit had been selected for inspection. Following the date on which the firm had to finalize its documentation for the audit, the firms personally improperly altered the number of hard copy with paper by adding the description of audit procedure. The firm is provide the black date electronic work paper and the improperly altered hard copy work paper to PCAOB inspectors during their inspection of the company in 2014. So today, PCAOB announced that the settlement of disciplinary proceeding against Deloitte Korea when the PCAOB make inspections, okay, as related as a quality control violence concerning integrity and audit document. Based on so the PCAOB inspect also based on improper alternative of audit documentations. After the Deloitte give their help each other, so give their report, also reporting to the PCAOB. Okay, then the presentation we will continue by my members Aisha, Azhan to continue the Dismail Sediam Berhad. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aisha binti Azhan. My matric number is ACT3485 and I will continue from the Uzi Helmiati. My presentation, I will present about the Transman Cineberhat, which is a similar case from Deloitte, Korea. Transman is the company is aircraft engineering. they have an issue of the audits because they don't an audit in the 2004 and 2005 and 2006 and from the previous year. And this is what is about the chronological events which from this Deloitte company. Deloitte Touch company is once is the external auditor from the Transman Berhad. In February 2007, um, Transman Berhad with this Transman the report Transman that audit by Deloitte Touch was declined to approve the document because they had a lack supporting document. And from these situations, BOD from the boards of director, which is a point Morris Roland risk management, helped Deloitte to make a special audit, which is investigate what is problems from this audit. For the 13 May 2007, unfortunately, they have the funds, the report transmits with audit from the previous year, and the profit is also incredible, which is high from the market share. Imagine the profit is also for the stock exchange. And for the 20 June 2007, Ga Bu Yun, Yun Din Muhammad and Lok Jok Ping was charged with the conspiring an audit in the fourth quarters of December 2006. This guy is the CEO of the Transmet and two promoter executive. And when and the same in the same day, Chin Kiam Yung and Shukri Sheikh Abdul Tawab is also charged, which is the two former executive. They have manipulated the false statement to the Bursa statement, which is high. And for the look for the Singapore Bursas, they have dropped. In Malaysia, they have high. And for the 16 June 2007, finally Deloitte have create different reports from the special audits announced. They announced to the Bursa Malaysia they have transmission, which is a loss from the previous year 2005 and 2006. And from this case, we move to the audit quality issue. And from this ISA 240, which is fraud in the financial statement, in the part which a responsibility of the auditor, an auditor is to conduct in the according to ISA, I have to obtain the reasonable assurance and the financial statement is taken whole free from the financial statement is free from the fraud or error. An objective of the ISA 2.0 is about the identify the risk and the risk of material financial statement is statement due to the fraud efficient to sufficient appropriate audit evidence in analysis risk material statement due to the frauds and also implementing appropriate response and also to respond to fraud and suspect fraud identified during the audit. And for the those charged with a governance, it is in for those who auditor who is charged with the governance involved in have to obtain their understanding of the understanding judge governance exit from oversight of management and permits how to internal control of management. And also, auditor has inquired of the trust governance to determine the knowledge of actual suspect or alleged fraud from the entity. And also for the ICQC is about objective. And objective is about the internal control, quality control. It's about quality to control how to the auditor um, have to conduct this case. And leadership with leadership responsibilities is about the responsibilities how the leadership has to conduct the internal control. I suppose the leadership auto the procedure of the is the audit procedure, and to from to prepare the financial statement of the client, and also the responsible quality control also. And from is this how to make the audit report with good quality, and also the independence. On independence is the overall of the case is about how the auditor with the independence, and if the case with the threats, how to auditor to conduct with the threats, and independence of the person, if the personal is if the relationship with uh client, they have to make to make the independence and actions what they have to get this audit. And from this case, the auditor can also from that in this case, the auditor uh, can withdraw, can out from the debts. It's like if they have the possibility, they have the audit risk from that, from that the company, or also the client. That is my presentation, and I will continue with the era Arida. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum. Me and myself is Irana Lapia. I will continue the slide presentation. Okay, let's move on to the implication of the issues to audit teams. Okay, my group member Aisha have explained about the issues. Okay, the issues is on ISA 240 and also to ISQC1. Okay, these issues is to the both companies, which is the international is Deloitte, and also to this case local Transmit Berhad. Okay, they have a three implication. The implication number one is a self-interest threat to professional behavior and integrity. Okay, this threat is created because when the professional accountant cannot provide reasonable assurance that the audit firm personnel perform all professional responsibilities with integrity, okay, about the honors and everything, and they are out from professional behavior because cannot provide that the work they perform meet applicable professional standard and regulatory requirement. In this case, Deloitte and its associated person, BDO Mexico, has improperly altered the audit documentation based on their interest, which is because they can backdate the Deloitte sign off on numerous electronic work paper to consider the fact that they will continuing to perform the audit procedure after the firm has actually issued the audit report. This is also related to the subsequent event, but this firm break down the regulation about the subsequent event. And the implication number two is less likely to practice the supervision and review responsibilities because this will lead to weak engagement performance. Okay, the implication is actually weak engagement performance because the engagement performance of engagement performance policies and procedure because the engagement team practice of making improper alteration of audit documentation in the audit firm. Okay, yes, they have big engagement performance because the engagement partners of the audit firm will less likely to practice the supervision and review responsibilities because the engagement team practice fraud in reporting the audited financial statement of the client companies. Okay, because the supervision actually from senior to junior need to senior need to supervise and review the junior work, and this is actually lead to the sufficient quality control of audit firms. Okay, this will lead to weak engagement performance. Okay, the third implication, the audited financial statement cannot be relied upon by the users because means by that the audited financial together with the audited report, okay, normally show in annual report. Okay, if there is issue on the financial statements of the client, and the client will pop up to the news. Okay, of course, okay, the audit firm will be involved. Okay, the name of the they will drag the name of audit firm, and this will give the bad reputation to them. Okay, because not providing a protection to investors as a users, one of the users of the financial statement, and also the audited report, and to further the public interest in the preparation of informative, accurate, and independent audit report. Okay, all the previous slide, okay, has explained it has been have this related information, like the issue, like my group partner Aisha have explained about the ISA 240 and also ISQC1. Okay, the ISA 240 about auditor responsibility related to fraud in and audit of financial statement. Okay, the ICQ1, okay, is about the, like I mentioned about the weak engagement performance. So it's related to the ICQ1 number 12 in subsection D, so engagement quality control review, and also the subsection section 32, engagement performance. Okay, there are also Companies Act section 244, okay, subsection 1 AB. It is about the okay, I will explain roughly about the Companies Act because the professional accounting need to follow the approved accounting standard, okay, to implement their financial statement. Okay, is about the management, and this subsection is have a connection to the section 261, is about powers and duties. Okay, 261 subsection 1 is about the powers and duties of auditors. They need to like to means by that they cannot have a hidden agenda, like in the Deloitte have backdate the audit report. Okay, and also improperly altered, okay, the amendment to the audit documentation, audit work. So bylaws of the MIA, okay, MIA by law for the section 110, section 1A1 is about fundamental principle, and also but this section is a trick to compliant with the fundamental principle. It is about the 5 trick, but in the implication we have one trick from this, okay, MIA by law, which is the self-interest trick. Okay, this is about the fundamental principle. Has been explained in the abstract. Abstract. Okay, the conclusion. Deloitte Korea. Deloitte Korea have amended the data of audit document and backdate the audit. So they have doing the improper design, break down the quality control and inadequate policies and procedure to provide reasonable assurance, because they fail to provide the policies and reasonable policies and procedure to provide reasonable assurance. Okay, because there are actually aspect on this the Deloitte aspect about its largest issue audit, but still they are not disclose this information to PCAOB as inspection staff. Okay, about the transmill step. Transmill, the staff has manipulated their stock exchange. Mean by that the management have make up their profit okay, in order to gain a lot of investor, the stakeholder, the shareholder. Thus, the auditor who cannot aware about this issue have stopped auditing this report because they have a lack of supporting document. They have like fishy issue. Then the PCAOB have required for the auditor to the company to have the special audit. Okay, so they have a deficiency of quality control, and the implication. Okay, about the three implication, they have a self-interest trait. They have a less practice to supervision and review responsibilities that lead to weak engagement performance, and user of financial statement cannot rely upon the audited financial statement, and these have give the bad repercussion to the audit firm. Okay, because not provided accurate and sufficient uh, information about the audit report. Okay, about the regarding audited financial statement together with the audit report. Okay, that's all from our group. Okay, thank you.